All systems go. The new terminal at Pittsburgh International Airport is open. A project years in the making finally coming to life today as Pittsburgh takes off on a new era in air travel. We want to thank you so much for joining us on this special day for Pittsburgh's Action News 4 at 4 o'clock. I'm Kelly Sasso, live here in this beautiful new landside terminal here at Pittsburgh International Airport, an airport one of the most modern in the country. We have team coverage for you this afternoon. Reporter Sheldon Ingram is going to be joining me. He's been out here all day. In fact, Sheldon's been reporting on this story since its inception over 10 years ago. He is going to be bringing us some of the stories of the day today. Reporter Carlos Flores was also speaking with travelers and with workers, and he has a good feel on the parking, which is going to help us out, especially if you have a flight coming up soon. And on that line, we are certainly answering all of your questions. If you do have a flight coming up or you have to pick someone up here at the new terminal in the coming weeks. We also have a lot of news of the day happening, so for that we want to send it back to the studios in Wilkinsburg for our top 4 stories at 4 o'clock.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Let's get straight to your top 4 stories at 4 o'clock and take a live look at the radar at this hour. It is an impact day. Rain will likely impact your evening plans, and some may see snow showers as well.
We've got some breaking news. The U.S. House has voted overwhelmingly to force the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. President Donald Trump urging Republicans to back the release. The measure now moves to the U.S. Senate, where a vote could come as soon as later today. Sentencing day for the person who pled guilty to killing a state liquor control enforcement officer on the Montour Trail. Anthony Kesson will spend at least 15 years in prison after pleading guilty to third-degree murder for the death of Benjamin Braylor in October of last year.
Fractured wrist. That's the diagnosis for Steeler quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Head coach Mike Tomlin says he won't practice tomorrow, but still could play Sunday in Chicago. And those are your top 4 stories at 4 o'clock on this Tuesday. Time now for Pittsburgh's Action Weather.
And for that, we go to meteorologist Brian Hutton Jr. joining us with your certified most accurate forecast. And we're wondering how long this wintry mix is really going to last, Brian.
Yeah, for all of us, we're pretty much now above the freezing mark, so it's not really a big concern, except perhaps in the Laurel Highlands as you head up over the mountains where air is still a little colder. Maybe a sleet pellet or snowflake mixes in. This is now generally rain. It's scattered now, become more widespread as we move through the rest of the evening and into the first part of the night tonight. It looks like our heaviest rain is on time to be here generally between about 7 and 11 o'clock tonight. So if you're heading out a little later this evening, keep that in mind. Again, this is our first batch that's working through now. Again, it's generally scattered. Not everybody is seeing rain, but showers are out there, and that includes around Allegheny County. So there will be showers around as you prepare to head home during the evening commute. The good news, though, the rain exits before sunrise. We'll keep clouds out tomorrow. We're in the 40s, near 50 tomorrow. We'll return to the 50s by Thursday. We are watching another rain chance on Friday. That one, though, won't be likely as much widespread rain as we've seen today. We dry out for the weekend, and as we look forward towards Thanksgiving Eve is next Wednesday. Could be some showers we have to deal with as you head to the brand spanking new airport or head to Parkway for Grandma's house.
You'll be fine-tuning that forecast, though.
Absolutely.
All right, Brian, we'll check back in with you in just a few minutes. Thank you. All right, let's get back to it. That big story on this Tuesday. Out with the old, in with the new. While you were sleeping, workers closed the doors on the airport terminal that served our region for 30 years. And at the same time, they opened the doors on the brand new terminal. And together we have watched this project take shape over the last 4 years.
We certainly have. A lot of planning and work linked to this new era in air travel for Pittsburgh and for Western Pennsylvania. With that, let's head back out to Pittsburgh's Action News 4 anchor Kelly Sasso with how day 1 of operations is going. And Kelly, some exciting stuff out there.
Yes, it's so exciting, and honestly, it's a little bit disorienting because you get off at the same exit off the Parkway to get here, but you're coming to a totally new destination. And I mean, look at this. It is absolutely beautiful. It's bright. The windows are large. It doesn't feel cramped in here. I'm not sure if it's the high ceilings or the extra space, but it is really an awesome sight to behold, which I'm sure so many of you will get to see it here in the coming weeks, months, years, and decades to come. And it really does feel like we've been talking about this forever. As you mentioned, they broke ground back all the way in 2021. The idea came about in 2013. And keep in mind, in 2021, we were in a post-pandemic world, which of course really changed everything about air travel. And keep in mind, the doors here, I think you guys mentioned it, the big switchover happened in the middle of the night. The doors opened at 3 a.m. and we want to show you some of the video here. This is of the first passengers checking in for some of those early flights today. The first plane arrived here just after 5 o'clock this morning. The first departure came at about 5:30. And our crews were here then as well, bright and early, and we caught up with some passengers for their first impressions. Here's what they told us.
I made a road trip to Columbus, so I came back and get to see the whole new gig.
What do you think?
Oh, it's beautiful, man. Beautiful. I mean, how do you go wrong with something like this?
And you get to fly out on the first day.
First day, man.
And I flew out today, and now it's my first time entering the new airport.
What's your impression of this airport?
I think it's nice. It's very exquisite, you know. It's a beautiful thing.
And keep in mind, none of those people planned to be here on the first day. It was only announced a little over a week ago that this would be the opening day. So everybody you're seeing, everybody you're hearing from, they just got lucky that they got to fly out on this day. Now in this building, we have TSA, we have check-in, we have baggage claims. So those are all new things you're gonna have to get used to whenever you come to the airport the next time. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Sheldon Ingram, we mentioned he's been here all day. He wants to talk a little bit now about TSA and how they're saying the improvements they made here at the new terminal is going to make things easier and faster for you to get through.
Well, good evening, Kelly. And right now we're in the baggage claim section, and this is becoming a very busy part of the airport at this hour because it's rush hour. And in that direction over there, folks will be coming in on the arriving flights, and then they will enter into this grand area, which is the baggage claim area, which is further down. Now, earlier today, we were able to catch up to travelers as they were leaving Pittsburgh, and we watched them as they went through the TSA operation, and here's what we found out. This is the new and expansive TSA checkpoint. By now, many know it is expanded to 12 lanes in the new terminal. They, in essence, combined the two TSA locations at the old airport. A credential authentication unit is in place. It takes a picture of the traveler and compares that to their ID. But the biggest addition are the CT machines.
Essentially what that is it allows for a 3D image of any bag that comes through. And for this, you don't have to take out your electronics, you don't have to take out your liquid size roll, the 3.4 ounces. All of that can remain inside the bag, and it goes through an automated screening lane.
How do you describe your experience coming through the TSA checkpoint?
Fantastic. Very, very fast. Very efficient.
Are you from Pittsburgh?
No, we're from Canada.
You're from Canada?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, you're looking live at passengers coming into Pittsburgh International for the first time into the new terminal. So earlier, we spoke with folks who flew out of the old terminal, and now they're arriving in this new facility. That's in the next half hour. For now, reporting live from the airport, Sheldon Ingram. Kelly?
All right, Sheldon, thanks. You know, even seeing your shot and being down there myself, it's just incredible how new everything looks. It has that new car smell too, everywhere, this entire airport. So good to see the improvements you're making. You know, I want to talk about this too, though. Another story that actually did not coincide with the opening of this new terminal, but just happened to be today. We have Allegiant Air pilots who are picketing, and this is happening at airports all across the country. That does include here in Pittsburgh, just happened to fall on opening day. They're in their 5th year of contract negotiations. This is some brand new video we're showing you here this afternoon. A Pittsburgh-based Allegiant pilot tells Pittsburgh's Action News 4 this event is not a strike and that flights will operate as normal, but he said that could change at any point if the two sides don't reach a deal. So more to come on that story. But you want to keep it here for Pittsburgh's Action News 4 at 4 o'clock, and also 5 and 6. We're going to stay out here live showing you all that's new here at the terminal, especially parking, because that's a very important thing. There were a lot of changes to parking with the opening of this new terminal, and this will definitely affect people who left through the old terminal and are now returning to the new terminal, what they need to know about parking. That's going to be coming up in just a few minutes. And we also want to let you know right now on WTAE.com and also on our WTAE app, we have an entire guide to the new terminal that can help you answer some of the questions before your next flight. So keep it here, and we'll send it back to you in the studio for now, guys.
All right, Kelly, I'm struck by how spacious and bright it all looks. These are great first looks, and we've got more to come. Thanks, Kelly.
All right, to the other news of the day now. An Allegheny County man in jail accused of beating a 66-year-old woman to death and even driving around with her body in his truck. Only Pittsburgh's Action News 4 was there as that vehicle was towed away.
Yeah, let's get to Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Marcy Cipriani. She's been following this story. She's live outside the Allegheny County Jail where that suspect is right now. Just very disturbing information, Marcy.
Yeah, Shannon, the details are certainly tough to hear. Police say 62-year-old Sean Higgins became so angry with his girlfriend that he killed her and then drove around with her body for days before investigators say a friend turned him in. Now, we were there as Sean Higgins' Chevy pickup truck was being taken to Allegheny County Police as evidence. According to court papers, Sean Higgins admitted to detectives that he violently beat Jacqueline Pryber inside that truck, which they were living in, outside a Plumboro home Saturday. Police say on Monday, Higgins showed up at a friend's home in Washington Township with Pryber's body still inside, and investigators say Higgins' friend reported it to police, who then took Sean Higgins into custody.
Very disturbing, Marcy. Now, police say Higgins did confess. Did he say what took place?
Yeah, Andrew, according to the criminal complaint, Higgins told detectives that he was angry with Pryber because he said she had been drinking and taking his money, and he blamed her for losing his apartment, which is why he says he was living in his pickup truck. Now, coming up new at 5 o'clock, how police say he tried to cover up his crime. Covering Allegheny County from the Allegheny County Jail, Marcy Cipriani, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Okay, Marcy, thank you. To Pittsburgh's Allentown neighborhood now. That's where police are investigating a reported stabbing. Police say a man walked into a medic station along Walter Street with a stab wound to the neck. The victim told first responders he was in a fight on nearby Bousman Street when that stabbing took place. The victim being treated at a hospital. Police went to the Bousman Street area but did not find a scene, but they are still investigating.
We have new information about what led to an officer-involved shooting in Derry Township, Westmoreland County this past weekend.
26-year-old Ryan Hunker died after exchanging gunshots with state police and Latrobe police on Saturday night. The officers involved have been placed on administrative leave. State police say that Hunker fired first. Now, following this story for us tonight is Westmoreland Bureau reporter Ed Diorio, joining us live now from Greensburg State Police Barracks. So, Ed, what led to this deadly shootout?
Well, Andrew, a woman made a call to dispatchers around 6:30 at night on Saturday this past weekend, and she was in distress. She told dispatchers that there had been several gunshots fired from inside her home. That woman was the wife of 28-year-old Ryan Hunker. The video we're going to show you, this is the residence where it happened here on James Street in Derry Township. That's the home that Hunker's wife made the call from, where she was in distress. She ran from that home to a neighbor's house while making the call, and when police arrived, they surrounded that home and demanded that Hunker cooperate and surrender himself. According to police, he did not. He was then tasered, and we were told that he had a firearm in his waist at the time as well whenever he exited the home. Police say that's when this situation escalated.
He physically walks out of the home. There is no firearm in his hand. There's a refusal to obey simple commands to give yourself up to law enforcement. Eventually, he discharges a weapon. Obviously, we discharge weapons as law enforcement.
All right, well, Ed, you spent some time in that community trying to talk with people close to the situation in that neighborhood. What are neighbors really saying about what happened in this person?
Well, Shannon, the neighbors I spoke with said they didn't really know Ryan Hunker or his wife closely. They didn't really get to talk to them much, but they also told me that they weren't a disturbance to the neighborhood. However, police say during our talk today that they had been called to that residence 4 times before this past weekend's incident for different kinds of disputes, but they never came with charges or anything as serious as what we saw this weekend. And you'll see my conversation and perspective from one of the neighbors I spoke with coming up in the full report at 5 o'clock. Covering Westmoreland County tonight from the State Police Barracks in Greensburg, Ed Diorio, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.